Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Baton Rouge in 2025. And we've had some pretty significant changes here, so you're definitely going to want to stick around and watch this video to the end. We're going to talk about crimes, and I'm going to get real with you on that one for sure. I was born and raised here in Louisiana. I was a paramedic on the street for years, so I know every aspect about Baton Rouge and living in the Baton Rouge area. We're going to talk about our school systems. We're going to talk about the affordability. So stick around and let's get to the video. Number one is going to be our heritage and culture. And that is truly what sets Louisiana apart, is our people, our music, our festivals, and our culture. And that is truly what makes Louisiana so special. The city is a blend of French, African, Creole, Spanish, and it makes it very unique. We've got the Louisiana State Capitol, which is the tallest building in the U.S. We have the old state capitol, which looks like it came straight out of a movie set of an old museum. It's beautiful. People have their weddings there. They hold large events there. So it's just really nice. We also have the USS Kidd, the Magnolia Mound, and so many different museums that you get every aspect of Louisiana into everything. It is absolutely beautiful. But honestly, it is our music and our parades and everything right here in Baton Rouge. We have some really good parades. Our Spanish Town Parade and our St. Patty's Day Parade are two of our really large parades here, and they're so much fun. We have Live at 5 downtown. We have Rockin' the Row at Perkins Road. It is so much fun. And there's just so much to do here, and it mixes different cultures in with our blues festivals. So you're always going to have fun and something to do. My name is Sharon Delalio. I am a local realtor here in Baton Rouge, where I help people from all over the U.S. when they are making a move to the Baton Rouge area. And I would love to help you and your family when making the move to Baton Rouge. You can always call, text, DM me. I would love to talk to you. And my number is popping up on the screen right now. And also, all of my info is in the bio below. Number 2 pro is going to be our affordability. That is definitely a perk about living here in Louisiana. In fact, we're about 10% below the national average on affordability. Our housing here, our average here in Baton Rouge for a house is around $300,000. Our insurance for our property taxes is going to be less. Not our car insurance, but our property taxes are going to be less than in most states as well. Our bread, our milk, our eggs are going to be a little less. So you might find that as a nice little surprise when you move to Baton Rouge, that your money's going to go a lot further than it would in most states. Con number 2, that's going to be our traffic and our infrastructure here. And in fact, we have some of the highest car insurance here. When my recent clients just moved from Texas, their insurance went up at least, they said, $100 a month on their car insurance here. So that is definitely a con. Our traffic gets really congested here, and I-10 and I-12 back up. And if you live rural, like in the Dedham Springs area, Zachary or Prairieville, you know all about that life. You just have to add a little bit extra time to get through the traffic here. We just have not been able to keep up with the demand of our growing community here with people relocating here. So that's definitely a con here. We don't have like the transportation. If you live here, you definitely need to have a car. We don't have the public transportation that some of the larger cities have. We do have the metro busing system here, but it doesn't go everywhere, and it needs to be added like a lot more routes to it to be efficient. So it's just not a way to really get around the city. So that's definitely a con about living here. Let's talk about pro number 3. It is the biggest pro for 2025, and it's our economy. It's growing so fast here in the Baton Rouge area, and it's just not about oil and gas anymore. We are seeing major growth in logistics, manufacturing, and tech. We have the new Amazon Robotic Fulfillment Center here, built on the old Cortana Mall site. It was revitalized. It's over 3.4 million square feet and bringing in over 1,000 full-time jobs. Then there is the S&T Motif in Bruley, Louisiana, which is just across the bridge. And it's a South Korean manufacturer investing nearly $60 million and creating around 400 jobs in the energy and automotive production. In Gonzales, we have the John H. Carter and Control Works, and they're building a $70 million industrial center, adding skilled jobs and long-term jobs as well there. And the heading line that's been all in the news, national news, is the big Hyundai steel manufacturer coming here. It's a $5.8 billion investment coming to Ascension Parish, expected to add over 5,000 jobs once it's up and running. Between that, the Port of Greater Baton Rouge, and Exxon's massive refinery, we have a lot of momentum going into 2026. And if you're looking for stability and opportunity, this city is on the move. Con number 3 is going to be growing pains here. While we have all of this industrial and manufacturing coming to Baton Rouge, are in the process of building it as we speak, a lot of those jobs will be entry level as well. But there's a lot of construction going on, so that can be a little pain as you're going through that. That can create more traffic, and just in general with the construction, just creates a lot of growing pain. So that may be a negative, a con if you're moving to the Baton Rouge area. Number 4 pro is my favorite subject, food. I love food here. Y'all, we have some of the best food here in South Louisiana, from our gumbo to our etouffee, to our beignets, to our boudin. We really have some good food. And in Mardi Gras time, we have our king cakes, but we also have some really good restaurants. And if you're here just visiting, I highly recommend, or if you're moving here, Louisiana Lanyap. And if you're looking for a really high-end restaurant where you get dressed up and go out, I recommend the Supper Club. If you're looking for really good sushi, I recommend Sushi Yama, or the Tsunamis is really good here. There's so many great restaurants in the Baton Rouge area. And it's not just fried and Creole food. We have barbecue, some of the best barbecue here as well, and just some really good hamburgers too. So we really have an all-around great food variety here in the Baton Rouge area. Con number 4 is going to be the crime. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Here in the Baton Rouge area, we do have a lot of crime here. And in fact, it runs above the national average as far as crime stats. And you can look at that online. And as you can see on the map, if you go to neighborhoodscout.com, the darker purple areas, you can see it's going to be pockets. Most of it's going to be higher north than it is south. So you can see where the higher crime is. So I suggest looking at that map if you're moving to the Baton Rouge area and know where the higher crime is according to neighborhoodscout.com. And always work with a realtor to help you get in the best location and the fit for your family. Me, I would love to help you guys. So definitely we do have the crime here. I will say though, I was born and raised in South Louisiana, and I have family here, my grandkids, my children, and we always feel safe here. I've never had an issue where I did not feel safe. But of course, I don't go in dark garages at night alone, that type of thing. Like I lock my car doors, I'll lock my house doors. So you just really have to know your surroundings and just take preventative measures. But really, I've never felt unsafe here. And for number 6 pro, it's going to be the community and the people. Here we have that Southern hospitality where Baton Rouge, you get to know your neighbors, and there's a real sense of community here where you're at the farmer's market, you're at a tennis match, or you're just walking your dog and your neighbors are going to speak to you, or whoever's passing by will speak to you and say, hey. So it's warm, it's friendly, it's a city with heart, and that's just what keeps the people going here long term. When we have a natural disaster, everyone comes together. And in 2016, when we had the big flood, if your house didn't flood, you had people living with you, because that's just what we do here, is help each other out. That is definitely a pro about living in Louisiana. And for number 6, the con, and this might surprise you here in Baton Rouge, but I'm not going to lie, the Baton Rouge school systems, they do not rank very high according to niche.com. And the majority of people, if you live right here in the heart of Baton Rouge, send their kids to private schools. And maybe the elementary school may be okay, but if you don't get your kids in private schools earlier, it's harder for junior high and high school. So that is definitely a con here. And if that is not in the budget of some of my past clients, they have chosen areas, suburbs like Prairieville, Zachary, Denham Springs, to where the public school system, according to niche.com, ranks much, much higher than the East Baton Rouge Parish school system does. But also here, we have some magnet schools like Baton Rouge Magnet School. It ranks really high. So there are a few options, not many, but there are a few options for the magnet schools as well here. So that is definitely like a con, and it's something to consider if you're moving to Baton Rouge and if private school is not on your financial budget right now. But if it is, I can definitely help give you some recommendations according to niche.com, and I would love to help you out if you're moving here with that. So there you have it, the real pros and cons of living in Baton Rouge. And if you're thinking about making a move to the Baton Rouge area or the North Shore area, I would love to jump on a call with you. You can always call, text, DM me anytime. There's never any pressure when you reach out to me. I've helped many families transition into Louisiana and call Louisiana home. And don't forget to subscribe and follow for more real estate, real talk about Louisiana.